Hi everyone, happy Saturday. So today's Facebook Live or Facebook video is on resilience. It is something that came to my attention really over the last couple of days. What I mean by it is like I realize how resilient I actually am, and it was a pleasant surprise. I can handle shit. It's been a journey to get to this place. And I think it's now that I truly understand what resilience actually is, how it feels. And I think I have a better understanding how to achieve it actually, because this been some work put into this. I wasn't just born resilient. There's been many aspects that contributed to the fact that I am. So what I now come to understand resilience to be is it's not just plowing through stuff and kind of not giving up, but I think other aspects of it are not blaming anything or anyone else on what's going on, taking responsibility. But also it's the recovery, to be able to go through something really difficult, perhaps even break down because of it, but then recover and keep going after that. And I think then with practice, it becomes easier not to collapse, not to go to the bottom again. You become more resilient. And it doesn't necessarily mean thin skin. It doesn't mean you get to a point that you don't care, that you lose your sensitivity. Because I think sometimes resilience can be perceived as such, that people can just abuse you and shout at you and beat you up, and you just keep going. Yes, that's obviously one aspect of it, but I think it's also being able to feel that pain, that disappointment, the frustration, the anger, the sadness, and still keep going. Retaining your humanity, retaining your sensitivity, retaining your compassion, not taking it personally, and keeping going. And I've realized how much more resilient I am, considering what I've been going through the past months. It's been a lot. I mean, I'm pregnant, I'm doing it single. I have very little support from the father of the child through different circumstances. It doesn't matter, but I'm really in this on my own. Yes, I have friends who help, and it's amazing. I can't complain about that. But it's kind of, the core family thing that some people have, I do not have. So that makes some things a little more difficult. Have to change my job completely. Have to change accommodation with difficulties, as I had struggled through the last couple of days, because I was moving tomorrow, and the accommodation that I was hoping to get fell through, and I had a couple of days to find something else because I still have to move out tomorrow. And I did find something, and I managed. Okay, none of these things that are happening brought me down. None of them affected me in such a way that I would lose all hope or become numb as I used to in the past. Depression was my go-to when I was, a few years ago. When things got difficult, I kind of hid from everything around me and numbed my feelings, so I wouldn't feel the frustration with the world, the disappointment with myself, the anger with my past, all that stuff I was burying. And what was amazing is, for example, on Thursday when I found out accommodation's not happening, Initially, I had a lot of feelings arising, so I just allowed myself that time to feel them. I had about 10 minutes before I was seeing clients, so I was like, okay, just feel it, feel everything that comes up. And I did, and it was painful. It wasn't comfortable, it wasn't nice, but I just allowed myself to feel it. I cried a little bit, but that brought that release. And then that peace came, that kind of underlying peace that I've been feeling for quite a while nowadays. And that kind of knowledge of, it's okay, I'll take steps to ratify the situation and I'll figure it out, it will work out. And with that peace came kind of a knowledge of, these are the steps I need to take. And so I posted on Facebook that I'm looking for flat. I looked at some websites, looking at accommodation. I called up a very, very trusted friend, asking if I needed for a couple of days, if I could stay there. Actually, a couple of friends that are close enough and it would be easy enough to stay with them, offered that I could stay with them for a few days until I resolved the situation. So that was really helpful. So I had that kind of peace of mind. Okay, if it doesn't work out on Sunday, it's okay. I have a few more days to get something. And yeah, then I just dealt with it, and I organized my time so I could have a viewing the next day. Had a viewing, it worked out. Moving in on Sunday, all good. But I just took steps. I kept calm enough. Without panicking, because I knew, no matter how I worry about it, how much I worry about it, no matter how much I stress about it, it's not going to change anything. I might as well just take the steps and wait for things to happen. I had the security enough to kind of kind of safety blanket, safety net, that I knew that if I can't move on Sunday, I have somewhere to go. So it was okay. Again, I found that underlying peace, and I think that's what a sign of resilience is, that no matter what's happening in your life, no matter how crazy and how painful, you feel the feelings, but you always return back to that, I'll manage, it's gonna be okay. It's, in my experience, I've experienced a lot in my life, I can handle shit. I've gone through a lot, and that's where my confidence comes from, because I've dealt with it and I'm still here. So I now really feel like whatever life throws at me, it might not be easy, I might not feel good about it, but I will figure it out, I will manage, I will find a way, because I will always have done. And also I really trust my support, that I now allow myself to rely on people, I now allow myself to ask for help, I now allow myself to receive help. And I've realized how helpful people actually are, how willing to help, how generous people are, and that's amazing. And of course I offer my generosity whenever I can, whenever it is applicable, and I will continue to do so. And if I can pay back to those people who've been really generous with me, then at least I'll pay it forward. So yeah, I think resilience is about finding that underlying peace, that's just there, that it's kind of your solid base that you can always return to no matter what's going in your life. And how to achieve it, I think partially it is partially there is definitely personality. Some people are more sensitive than others, more anxiety prone, so it's going to be more challenging perhaps, but not impossible. Experience, so again, as I said, my confidence grew through just having experienced a lot of tough stuff, and just looking back, realizing what I've lived through, it gives me the confidence, that peace of knowing I can handle things, I can handle shit, so actually not hiding from life and pursuing adventures, can give you that confidence, can help you to realize that actually you have all the resources that you need and that you have the support around you, as long as you're willing to ask for help, as long as you're willing to share what you're going through. There's always going to be someone who will help you. And another, of course, aspect is looking after yourself, literally building yourself up on so many levels, so your physical and mental health. That's part of resilience too. So exercise, good diet. It's so important for your mental health to be physically healthy, wherever you have power over it. And then, of course, practicing good habits for your mental health as well. So mindfulness, meditation, any kind of tools or exercises that help you to become present, to find that peace, find that quietness in your mind, that help you to be creative, to help you to be curious, whatever works for you. But physical and mental health, and therefore, practice and exercise to maintain that, is really, really crucial to be resilient. Because when you feel good in yourself, no matter what comes your way, you just have enough energy, you have enough strength to deal with it. It's when you run down, when you exhausted, when your digestion doesn't work because you've been feeding yourself processed shit and drowning in drugs or alcohol or whatever, like all that weakens you. It takes away your power. So reclaim your power by looking after your body, by looking after your mind. Allow them to serve you well, and they will. They will make you strong and able to deal with anything, absolutely anything comes your way. All right. If you have any questions on this subject, actually, feel free to talk to me. I'm always happy to have conversations. I love chatting, as you might have noticed. So feel free to get in touch. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Enjoy the sunshine while it's still with us, and take care.